Very happy to see all of you yet again. Let's open the floor. Shall we start from this side and then come on the other?
उमाशंकर सिंह एनडीटीवी इंडिया से। अमेरिकी कांग्रेस में एक बार फिर से एक टिप्पणी आई है प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के रूस दौरे को लेकर, और उसमें ये कहा गया है कि अमेरिका निराश है जिस तरह से टाइमिंग चुनी गई और जिस तरह का सिंबोलिज्म वहां से सामने आया। हालांकि ये भी कहा गया है कि कोई अमेरिकी नज़रिए से एक आकलन पेश करने की कोशिश की गई है कि कोई बड़ा जो डिफेंस डील है वो नहीं हुआ है, कोई टेक्निकल सहयोग की जो कोई बात है वो नहीं हुई है। तो इस पे विदेश मंत्रालय की क्या प्रतिक्रिया है अमेरिका के इस टिप्पणी पे?
Okay, Siddhant.
So my question is on the Bangladesh situation. If you can apprise on the number of Indians who have come back and the situation, how it has impacted India. And second question, continuing with Uma sir's question on the American comments, do you think that there is a pattern in the American comments regarding the Prime Minister's visit? How do you see it as?
Okay, Kadambari.
कादम्बरी शर्मा फ्रॉम एनडीटीवी। एक ट्रैवल एडवाइजरी अमेरिका की तरफ से जारी की गई है जहां पर नॉर्थ ईस्ट की बात की गई है, मणिपुर की बात की गई है, सेंट्रल इंडिया, सब जगह के बारे में काफी अलार्मिंग तस्वीर पेश की गई है। इस पर कोई प्रतिक्रिया?
Rishabh.
So Rishabh from Times Now. So in Canada, 2 people have been arrested for threatening Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, the same country where there have been constant death threats to our leaders, be it Prime Minister, be it External Affairs Minister, or our High Commissioner to Canada. First thing, and the second thing, there is a video of Gurpatwant Singh Panun where he is saying that Canadian Khalistani Sikhs have come to India to fight Indian forces. Is there any information on any Canadian citizen who was involved in any such incident here in India?
सर मधुरेंद्र मैं न्यूज़ नेशन से। जिस तरह से चाइना इंडिया को साइडलाइन करके साउथ एशिया में अपने आउटरीच को बढ़ा रहा है, और ये भी देखा जा रहा है कि नेपाल को वो अपने पार्टनरशिप में बेहतर तरीके से इंगेज कर पा रहा है। आपको लगता है कि हम अपने नेबरहुड में जिस तरह के अप्रोच को आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं साउथ एशिया में, उसको एक काउंटर करने की एक नई पॉलिसी पर चाइना चल रहा है? और इस पूरे ही सीएसएफ के जो मीटिंग है, 5वीं बैठक है, उस पर क्या टिप्पणी है?
किसकी बैठक का?
सीएसएफ की जो 5वीं बैठक है जो अभी चल रही है।
Okay, Abhishek.
So this is Abhishek from Syria News Delhi. My question is regarding U.S. Assistant Secretary Donald Lu's comment in which he has said that India has cancelled billions of dollars of purchase from Russian defense industry because Russia cannot deliver. So my first question is that, and second, also he has said that he has been in communication with the Indian government on their displeasure and disappointment with the Prime Minister's visit to Moscow. So could you please brief us on what kind of communication they have been?
Okay, so let me come to the first question, which was asked by Uma Shankar and also Abhishek and Siddhant. This pertains to the comments made in the US Congress. You must understand that India has long-standing relationship with Russia that is based on mutuality of interests. In a multipolar world, all countries have the freedom of choice. It is essential for everybody to be mindful of and appreciate such realities. So that will be our response to your questions. उमा जी, आपने हिंदी में पूछा है इसलिए मैं हिंदी में बोलना चाह रहा हूँ। हमारी रूस के साथ पुरानी मैत्री है और ये दोनों देशों के रिश्तों पे, इंटरेस्ट पे आधारित है। एक बहुध्रुवीय दुनिया में, मल्टीपोलर वर्ल्ड में सभी देशों को आज़ादी है कि अपने अपने राह चुने, अपने अपने विकल्प को चुने, और यह भी जरूरी है कि एक नई जो वास्तविकता है, हकीकत है, उसको लोग उससे वाकिफ हो, उसको समझें और उसकी प्रशंसा भी करें। Siddhant, the question on Bangladesh. So far, we have had over 6,700 Indian students who've come back from Bangladesh. We've received excellent cooperation from the Bangladeshi government. Our High Commission has arranged for their safe and secure travel to the border crossing points or to the airport, as the case may be. They also have several helplines. Both our High Commission and our Assistant High Commissions, they are operating 24/7 helplines. And all the people who are there, our students and our nationals, they can reach out to them, and they have been rendering whatever assistance that has been requested for. Um, so that is the update on student movement. We also feel that being a close neighbor with whom we share very warm and friendly ties, we are hopeful that the situation in the country would return to normal soon. कादम्बरी, आपका सवाल ट्रैवल एडवाइजरी को लेके। ट्रैवल एडवाइजरी एक रूटीन मैटर है जो हर देश जो चाहे वो उसको इशू करते हैं। हम लोगों ने भी ट्रैवल एडवाइजरी इशू की है, तो हम लोग इसको एक रूटीन मैटर की नज़र से देखते हैं। Rishabh, you asked two questions. One was regarding the arrests made in Canada for online threats given to their leaders. On that, we would like to say that we've seen these reports. When a democracy adopts different yardsticks to measure or implement the rule of law and freedom of expression, it only exposes its own double standard. We expect Canada to take action against anti-India elements who have repeatedly threatened Indian leaders, institutions, airlines, and diplomats by violence. So we would like to see strong action or same level of action on the threats posed to us as well. On the second question about the video you talked about, relevant agencies are looking into it, and hopefully we'll get an update. मधु, आपने हमारे पड़ोसी देशों के बारे में बात की। पड़ोस में नेपाल हो और भी देश जो हैं हमारे पड़ोस के, आपको पता है कि नेबरहुड फर्स्ट पॉलिसी हमारी नीति है, और उसके तहत हम सारे देश जो हमारे नेबरहुड में हैं, नेपाल, भूटान, बांग्लादेश, श्रीलंका और अन्य देश जो हैं, उनके साथ हम अपनी मैत्री का रिश्ता और मजबूत कर रहे हैं। और ये रिश्ता भारत और उन देशों के बीच में है। ये तीसरे देश क्या कर रहा है, नहीं कर रहा है, वो एक अलग बात है। लेकिन जहाँ तक हमारा मानना है और हम लोग का प्रयास है, हमारी नीति है कि हम नेबरहुड पॉलिसी को और मजबूत करें, और ये सब जितने हमारे देश हैं जिनसे हमारे अच्छे फ्रेंडली रिलेशंस हैं, उसको और मजबूत करें आने वाले दिनों में। Abhishek, I answered your question regarding the same question that was put by Rishabh.
The defense purchases from Russia.
So, on the comments made by Donald Lu in the US Congress, we've conveyed what we had to. Between, as far as Russia and India concerned, it's a long-standing relationship. There are several aspects to it, and we had the visit of the Prime Minister. We also issued a joint statement where different aspects of our relationship were highlighted. What are the areas where we are moving forward? There was thrust on economic aspects of the relationship. So I would request you to have a look at the joint statement. You will get a clear idea of the direction of the relationship. Shall we go to more questions then? इधर आया था।
Yeshi Seli from the New Indian Express. U.S. Foreign Secretary David Lammy was in India yesterday, and Prime Minister Modi said that they're looking at early conclusion of the FTA. Was any deadline set? Are meetings going to take place? Because the British Prime Minister is also keen that this is concluded.
Okay. Vasni.
Suhasini Heather from The Hindu. You spoke about Bangladesh a little earlier. Many, like Professor Muhammad Yunus in Bangladesh, have called for the international community, for Bangladesh partners, the United Nations, to intervene in some way to stop the bloodshed. My question was not so much about the students, but about whether the government, whether the Prime Minister or any or the External Affairs Minister have had any conversations with their counterparts in Dhaka.
Pranay?
सर प्रणय उपाध्याय जी न्यूज से मेरा सवाल कुछ डोमेस्टिक इश्यूज को लेकर है जिसपे विदेश मंत्रालय का इंटरेस्ट हो सकता है। केरला सरकार की तरफ से अभी हाल ही में जो एक नोटिफिकेशन आया था एक अधिकारी की नियुक्ति को लेकर, जिसको मीडिया में फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी कहा गया, साथ ही पश्चिम बंगाल की मुख्यमंत्री की तरफ से भी जो बयान आए थे, क्या ये बिजनेस एलोकेशन रूल्स का उल्लंघन है और इसको लेकर इन संबंधित सरकारों के साथ क्या विदेश मंत्रालय ने कुछ कहा है, बात हुई है, कुछ आश्वासन?
Ayushi?
So this is Ayushi Agrawal from MEA. I have two questions. One is regarding the visit of the upcoming visit of our External Affairs Minister to Japan for the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting. Any discussion on the dates of the summit expected between the ministers, since India is the host? So if we can know when the summit would happen, will that be later this year or early next year? Second, who will be representing India at the swearing-in ceremony of the Iranian-elect President Pezeshkian, which is scheduled later this month?
Elena?
Good afternoon, Elena TASS News Agency. My first question is on cooperation between India and Eurasian Economic Union. As we know, India and Russia agreed that they will explore the possibility of Eurasian Economic Union India Free Trade Area. So have the negotiations started on this? What is your estimation of this possible FTA, and when may it be created? And related to this issue, the question is, maybe India considers to join this union, Eurasian Economic Union. And if you allow me one more question, on what stage are now the negotiations between India and Russia on RuPay in Russia and Mir cards in India?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Neeraj?
सर मैं नीरज दुबे प्रभा साक्षी से बांग्लादेश से ही मेरा प्रश्न है सर वहाँ के जो विदेश मंत्री हैं उन्होंने वेस्ट बंगाल सीएम के एक बयान पर आपत्ति जताई है और कहा है कि बांग्लादेश सरकार भारत सरकार को एक पत्र लिख रही है। क्या भारत सरकार को कोई इस बारे में पत्र मिला है बांग्लादेश से?
Okay. नीरज एक बार जरा Ishi, regarding the visit of UK Foreign Secretary, we had the visit yesterday, the official visit of UK Foreign Secretary. This has happened within 1 month of the swearing of the new government in UK, and it speaks of the kind of commitment that is there on both sides and on the UK side as well on strengthening this partnership. UK Foreign Secretary met with the Prime Minister, called on the Prime Minister. He also had a meeting with external National Security Advisor and then bilateral discussions with the External Affairs Minister. Both sides recognize that positive movement have happened on the FTA negotiations, and hopefully both sides will take this forward. Both sides are looking forward to a mutually beneficial and a balanced FTA outcome that serves both the countries. So we are positive. Both governments are positive on the negotiations. Suhasini, your question regarding how do we see the developments in Bangladesh. We are aware of the situation in the country. We have been closely following the developments there. India considers the ongoing situation in the country to be an internal matter of Bangladesh. With the support and cooperation of the Bangladesh government, we were able to arrange for safe returns of our students, which we deeply appreciate. Being a close neighbor with whom, as I said earlier, we share very warm and friendly ties, we are hopeful that the situation in the country will return to normal soon. So that is how we look at the developments in Bangladesh. Pranay, केरला सरकार को लेके आपने जो सवाल किया, देखिए संविधान के तहत I think there are other also who are asking this question, so I'll make, sorry, same question. So we'll do it in English and Hindi both. The Kerala government had issued an order where they had appointed, or they have appointed, a secretary in charge of external cooperation. See, let's be very clear. The Constitution of India, under the 7th schedule, list 1, which is the union list, item number 10, clearly specifies that foreign affairs and all matters which bring the union into relation with any foreign country are the sole prerogative of the union government. It is not a concurrent subject. The foreign affairs is not a concurrent subject and definitely not a state subject. Our position is that state government should not intrude into matters that are beyond their constitutional jurisdiction. प्रणय, क्या मैं आपके लिए इसका रूपांतर करूं? भारतीय संविधान के तहत 7वें शेड्यूल में जो यूनियन लिस्ट है, उसके 10वां जो आइटम नंबर है, उसमें बड़े साफ शब्दों में लिखा हुआ है कि जहां तक विदेशी मुद्दों का सवाल है, फॉरेन अफेयर्स का सवाल है, और वो सभी मुद्दे जो बाहर के देशों से ताल्लुकात रखते हैं, वो जो प्रेरोगेटिव है वो केंद्र सरकार की है। और ये जो मुद्दा है, ये जो सब्जेक्ट है, 3 लिस्ट है जैसे कि आप जानते हैं, यूनियन लिस्ट, स्टेट लिस्ट एंड कंकरेंट लिस्ट। दिस इज नॉट अ मैटर विच फॉल्स, ये कंकरेंट लिस्ट का भाग नहीं है और स्टेट लिस्ट का भी भाग नहीं है। तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में जबकि संवैधानिक प्रावधान है और बहुत स्पष्ट है, ऐसे में जो राज्य के सरकार हैं, उनको जो जुरिडिक्शन उनके दायरे में नहीं है, उसमें किसी प्रकार का हस्तक्षेप नहीं करना चाहिए। External Affairs Minister will be visiting Japan for the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting. The Quad Foreign Ministers meeting is on 29th. At the meeting, the leaders will take forward what has been agreed to by the leaders, the Prime Minister, presidents of the country, when they met last in Hiroshima, and thereafter there was a follow-up meeting also in New York. So it's a good occasion. It is a valuable occasion for them to take forward the Quad agenda and take stock of all that has been achieved so far. On the question of the next summit, it will be a matter which will be discussed as well. At the same time, all the Quad partners together, we are the presidency this time, we will discuss and find a suitable date to host this summit. As and when we have a confirmation on that account, we'll keep you updated. On the question of Iran, I will let you know as and when we finalize our participation. So hopefully in a day or two, or as and when it happens, I will keep you informed. Elena, on the question about FTA between India and Eurasia Economic Union, this matter was discussed. It is part of the joint statement which was issued when Prime Minister went to Russia. I understand that the first initial meeting happened in March of this year, and subsequent to that, now it is for both sides to mutually agree on a date, schedule the next meeting and take things forward. So that is where it is. Both sides are in touch with each other to see how best they can take it forward. On the question of RuPay card and MEA card, these are very technical aspects, and the technical teams in both countries are in touch with each other on this particular matter. नीरज, आपका सवाल बांग्लादेश के विदेश मंत्री और हमारी बंगाल की चीफ मिनिस्टर को लेकर रहा। तो वहाँ मैं फिर दोहराना चाहूँगा, एंड फॉर एवरीबॉडी एल्स आई वुड लाइक टू फर्स्ट स्पीक इंग्लिश एंड देयर आफ्टर make my comments in Hindi. I can confirm that we have received a diplomatic note, a communication from the Bangladeshi side protesting the comments made by Chief Minister of West Bengal. It is essentially on the lines that you would have seen in the reports that have come out today. Again, I would like to underline that under the 7th schedule, List 1, Union List, Item 10 of our Constitution, the conduct of foreign affairs and all matters which bring the Union into relation with any foreign country are the sole prerogative of the Union government. नीरज, आपके लिए हम लोगों को बांग्लादेश की सरकार की तरफ से एक डिप्लोमेटिक नोट मिला है। उन्होंने एक प्रोटेस्ट किया कि जो टिप्पणियां दी गई हैं वेस्ट बंगाल के चीफ मिनिस्टर द्वारा वो सही नहीं है, और जो आपने रिपोर्ट देखे हैं उसी तर्ज पे ये प्रोटेस्ट नोट भी है। ये हम ये कहना चाहेंगे कि भारतीय संविधान के तहत, भारतीय संविधान में शेड्यूल 7 जो है उसके तहत, उसमें लिस्ट 1 यूनियन लिस्ट आइटम नंबर 10 के तहत जो विदेशी मामला है, फॉरेन अफेयर्स, और वो सभी मामले जो बाहर के देशों से जिनका ताल्लुकात है, उसमें वो यूनियन लिस्ट के अंदर है और उसमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ यूनियन गवर्नमेंट ही उस पर काम कर सकता है। Shall we take more questions? नीरज?
सर, नीरज हूँ न्यूज 18 इंडिया से। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के दौरे के बाद क्या कोई भारतीय जो कि रूसी सेना में है अभी, उन्हें निकाला गया है रूसी आर्मी से? अब तक कोई कामयाबी मिली है सर उसके बाद, दौरे के बाद?
Ayan?
This is Naksha Maitra. Sir, my question is regarding the budget allocation. In recent budget, we have seen we have allocated about 200 crore rupees, 200 crore for Afghanistan, which is almost similar to the entire nations, all the nations of Africa. So, will this money be disbursed for some of the projects related to Chabahar? If not, what? Secondly, is there any surge on visas given to the Afghan nationals in different categories? Thank you, sir.
Can you repeat your question, second question?
Yeah, is there any surge of visas granted to Afghan nationals in several heads, ranging from business to health?
Okay. Rishabh?
Hello, sir. Good evening again. Rishabh from Times Now. So, one more question pertaining to Canada. This week, we have seen the temple, Swaminarayan Temple, being vandalized with anti-Prime Minister slogan written on it, and few of the Indian origin MPs have also been targeted in that vandalism. Can we have a response on that?
Okay. Uma?
Sir, I'm Huma Siddiqui from the Financial Express. I have two questions. One, India has reopened its mission in Libya. How many Indians are there, and would it be safe for the Indian companies to do business there? My second question is: there's a report today in Bloomberg, or was it yesterday, that in Reliance has got permission to buy oil, crude from that country. So, what happens to the other companies like ONGC? Are they allowed to do business there?
Srinjoy?
Sir, Srinjoy, Times Now. So between the 11th of July to the 13th of July, and all these meetings happen in the morning, from all the way from Ladakh to Lepu Lake to Sikkim to Arunachal, there were a series of meetings at different levels between Indians and the Chinese over different periods of time. Some were very long, some were short, but they happened within these 3 days. Can you tell us what the general agenda is, and if it is leading somewhere?
Sudhi?
So, Shruti Ranjan from Bloomberg, sir. So, as you reiterated, Bangladesh is one of our closest neighbors, and India is keeping a close watch on the developments. Bangladesh government, A, has it indicated or given us anything to understand that these protests, there may be some outsider influence? And since India is a close, neighbor, friend, does India have any such reports?
Hello, sir. Milan from India Today. Just wanted to know the progress on Indians stuck in the Russian army. There was a request that was received by India also to help them come back. So, what's been the progress on that, sir?
Okay. नीरज, आपका सवाल और मिलन का सवाल एक ही है। पिछले सप्ताह भी हम लोगों ने इस पे आपको अपडेट दिया था कि करीबन 50 एक लोग हैं जिन्होंने मदद मांगी है भारतीय सरकार से, हमारे एम्बेसी से, उनके परिवार लोग, और वो खुद उन्होंने चिट्ठी लिखा है कि उनको रूसी सेना से जल्द निकाला जाए। आपको ज्ञात होगा कि इस मुद्दे पे हम लोगों ने आपसे पहले भी बात की है। प्रधानमंत्री के दौरे के दरमियान ये बातचीत हुई और रूसी सरकार की तरफ से आश्वासन दिया गया कि जो हमारे वहाँ सैनिक लोग फंसे हुए हैं वहाँ रशियन फौज में, उनको वहाँ से रिहा कराया जाएगा। इस पे काम चल रहा है और जल्द ही हम आशा करते हैं कि ये लोग हमारा भारत वापस लौट पाएंगे। मिलन, so this issue we have taken up. It was taken up by the Prime Minister himself during the visit, and the Russian authorities have given us assurance. They've given a positive response on our request, and we are working to get these people back to India. Ayan, on budget, we have with Afghanistan, as you know, we have historical ties with the people of Afghanistan. We have undertaken humanitarian assistance over several years now. We continue to be committed to this partnership with the people of Afghanistan, and therefore in the budget you saw the reflection of the figures that you talked about. On the question of surge in visas, I don't have exact numbers of visas that you're talking about, but yes, visas from people in Afghanistan, people to people in Afghanistan is being given, and that to and fro movement is happening. Rishabh, on the question of vandalization of the temple in Edmonton in Canada, we have strongly taken up the matter with Canadian authorities, both here in Delhi and in Ottawa. We condemn the vandalization. We expect the local authorities to take swift and strong action against those responsible. These attacks against temples have become a recurring occurrence and are done with a purpose which is not very difficult to fathom. We have seen a number of such incidents in recent times in Canada. Lack of action against the perpetrators has further emboldened such criminal elements. Those advocating and responsible for extremism and violence need to be brought to justice, or else the rule of law and respect for pluralism in Canada will continue to be severely undermined. We hope that the Canadian government will take action. It has been happening on a repeated basis now. Huma, we have sent our first officer has been sent to Tripoli, Libya. Our embassy, he has to set up the embassy, and thereafter we will, in some sense, it is functional now, but it is not fully functional. But he's gone there to establish it, and soon you will have all the activities beginning in Libya. And thereafter, of course, we will try to enhance and expand our cooperation. We do have people there. Exact number, I don't have a figure right now, but I can give you that figure. We have people who are working in that country, in medical field, teachers, professionals, so on and so forth. On the question of OFAC exemption, yes, we have also seen reports of Indian company being given exemption by OFAC of the United States to trade in oil with Venezuela. Whether other companies are also have also been given this exemption or not, I don't have an update, but I shall give you the latest regarding meetings that happen on border areas. We have been giving you an update of all the meetings that have happened at the military to military level and at the diplomatic level as well. We will continue to update you with these with the progress that happens in these meetings. Rudy, on Bangladesh, while answering Suhasini's question, I told you that we see the developments in Bangladesh as an internal matter of that country. So that is a position on the question that you raised. So with that, we come to the closure of this press engagement. We have two more questions. Yeshi and then Sachin.
This is Yeshi again from the New Indian Express. I just wanted to know if there's any update on the 8th Naval Veteran, Commander Purnendu Tiwari. It's been 5 months since the 7 others
Okay.
came back.
Sachin.
Hi, this is Sachin from the Times of India. Just want to check with you if there is any update in the case of Nikhil Gupta, who is an accused in the US alleged murder for hire plot. Has there been any sort of communication with the Americans about him? Has he sought consular access? And I understand there was a request from his family members for help from Indian authorities. So have we acted upon that request? Thank you.
So Yeshi, regarding the Kalol.
Karol from the Hindu. I mean, sir, of course, you described the protests in Bangladesh as an internal matter of the country. But during the protests, we also saw anti-India slogans being raised. There were slogans that were targeting India and saying India is a supporter of the Hasina government. Do you think that is something that concerns India, that anti-India sentiment is rising in Bangladesh?
I think, as I have, let's close this with these questions and we can talk about it later. Ishi, regarding your question on the 8th Naval Veteran, as I told you, we've kept you informed that he has certain requirements, and therefore, for that reason, he's there in that country. He's staying there, and as and when he is able to meet those requirements, he'll travel back home. On Sachin, on Nikhil Gupta case, I don't have an update. Last time we had told you that he hasn't sought a consular access as of now, but we don't have an update. I'll keep you updated on this matter. Kalol, see, with Bangladesh, our ties are strong, warm, and very friendly, and that is how we look at our relations with that country. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for attending this press conference.
क्लियर टैक्स पे टैक्स फाइल करके आप बॉडी भी बना सकते हो। कैसे? ऐसे। यहाँ पैन और ब्रोकर लिंक करने पे सारे डिटेल्स अपने आप आ जाते हैं। तो आपको सिर्फ नेक्स्ट दबाना है। साल के सारे ट्रांजैक्शंस, LTCG, STCG, इसका इंटरेस्ट, उसका डिविडेंड, सब ऑलरेडी देयर। आप बस नेक्स्ट। पिछले साल के लॉसेस, इस साल के प्रॉफिट्स, सॉर्टेड। नेक्स्ट। कौन सा ITR टाइप, कौन सा रेजीम, सब ऑटोमेटिक। एंड फाइल। नेक्स्ट लेवल ईज, नेक्स्ट लेवल ब्रीज। क्लियर टैक्स पे फाइल करो। इधर नहीं तो किधर।
This is Comet. I love him to bits. He's my baby. But his hair is everywhere. And honestly, I don't know what I would do without my Dyson. It helps me keep the sofa hair-free, which was never the case earlier. And it's made cleaning his dog bed super easy. It also helps me clean all the dirt that he brings in. I can now get rid of his muddy paw prints and all the water that he spills. And now, Comet and me can chill on the couch without really worrying about the dirt. Right, Comet?
जो मैं जिंदगी भर में सीख पाया हूँ हालातों से, वो कैसे तुम सीख लोगे सिर्फ उस्तादों से।
The current controversy which is going on about NEET.
जो देश 97 करोड़ वोटर्स का इलेक्शन करवा सकता है शांति से, वो 23 लाख एग्जामिनर्स का एग्जाम न करवा पाए, तो मानने वाली बात नहीं है।
Pooja Khedkar. This becomes the whole controversy about reserved, non-reserved.
ये बात सही है कि रिजर्वेशन सिस्टम जो हमने रखा है पिछले कई सालों में, उसमें लूप होल्स बहुत ज्यादा है। आई एम नॉट क्वेश्चनिंग द इंटेंशन ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट, पर मुझे नहीं पता ये लोग कैसे काम करते हैं। मैं हंसी मजाक में बच्चों को समझाता हूँ कि सरकार बहुत क्यूट है हमारी। इतने क्यूट लोग हैं, मतलब लोग मजाक बना के चल रहे हैं आपकी पॉलिसीज का। मुझे नहीं लगता कि 10-20% से ज्यादा सच में ऐसी कंडीशन से आ रहे हैं जो बहुत डिजर्विंग है। हमारा समाज जो है वो अभी लोकतंत्र के मूल्यों को डाइजेस्ट कर नहीं पाया है। हमारा सिस्टम डेमोक्रेसी है, थॉट प्रोसेस मोनार्की वाला है। राहुल से मुझे अब उम्मीद ठीक ठाक है अभी, क्योंकि इनकी उम्र बहुत कम है। इतने ही योगी आदित्यनाथ है। आज से 10-15 साल बाद हम इन दोनों को पीएम के रूप में देखेंगे। 112 बच्चों को 200 प्लस मार्क्स मिले इंटरव्यू में इस बार। मैं पूरा नंबर एग्जैक्ट बता रहा हूँ आपको। उनमें से हिंदी में इंटरव्यू देने वाले कितने होंगे आपको अंदाजा है? एक। बहुत ही सफाई से, महीन तरीके से सारी भाषाओं का कत्ल करने का काम यूपीएससी करती है।
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching or listening to another edition of the ANI podcast with Smita Prakash. The focus in today's conversation